My first part of advice and encouragement is that you must have a relationship with God. It is so beautiful when you are young and you have a connection with Christ. It's so beautiful. It's a pleasant thing. It is so beautiful that you build this relationship, and then you reach a point where you speak in the tongues, not the one we learn, but the one that you pray for it, because you have a relationship with God. God gives you. I have a younger brother. He's not, he's almost 40 now, but I was way older than them before they were born. So one of them, he was a Christian for a while, and not for a while, he was a Christian, and at a point in time, he told me, oh, he's not, this baptism in the Holy Spirit, and he's wondering. So I said, you know what, crave for it. I'm referring to the experience, not the person, because Holy Spirit is a person, so we refer to him as him. So I encourage him to crave for the experience and praying to God, and I asked him to pray consistently. And one day he slept, and before he woke up, he was speaking in tongues. He had a dream, he was speaking in tongues. He woke up and he was speaking in tongues, and that is how it ended. So the first part of my advice is that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. That is where wisdom begins. And wisdom, what is wisdom? Wisdom is the correct application of principles of knowledge. When you acquire knowledge and you don't know how to use it, you use it wrongly, that is not wisdom. So acquiring good knowledge and rightly putting them into practice that is wisdom. Now, coming back to career, coming back to life, coming back to choices, there are many options out there that can be confusing. So again, stemming from this close walk with God, as you pray about it, everything you take it to the Lord in prayers. So as you pray about it, God, what career should I go for? You will see that it will begin to crystallize. You will begin to know. There will be a knowing. You'll see that your interest will be gravitating towards a particular career path. Now, not every career path will be that helpful. So the fact that your interest is in a particular career does not necessarily mean that is the right one for you. So that is where we have elderly people here to guide you. So again, as the elder said, don't rush to go for the quick money-making thing. Just decide that you want to have a career. And once you have a career, a good career, that will bring you stable and good income. Sometimes when some people are going to university or higher learning to learn courses, unfortunately, they just leave themselves to the mercy of the uni or to the institution to decide. This is one thing I strongly disliked throughout when I was growing up. I completed sixth form. In my home country, at that time, there were 3 main universities. They were all state universities. Before later, private universities sprang up. And one of the things they were doing was that once you get the grades to go into the university, there were some programs of study that were seen to be hot in demand, because once you complete, you are getting a job, especially business administration. Those who were doing accounting, chartered accountants were paid so much. They are still paid well. So those courses were very hot, and you need to, the A levels, in my system it was ABC, like we were grading ABC, and A is the highest. So normally people who were scoring 3 A's or maybe 2 A's and a B were getting admission to that school of administration. And there was a counterpart in another university, they were offering BCom, that is Bachelor of Commerce. So it is important now, there are a lot of things you can do. It is important to begin to identify your areas of strength and interest, and you are praying about it. So there is, for example, in this country, I know there is apprenticeship office, which is good, the apprenticeship. Currently, I'm a program manager for adult learning in CALAT. Providing adult learning and training is for 19 plus, so we have people between 78, 79, 80, not 80, I've seen 77, I've taught people who are in 70s, who come to learn many things. Some come to learn digital skills, which you guys don't have problem with because you are born with technology. So digital skills, Association of Accounting Technician, that is if you want to study, go into the finance side of things. After, you have to be 19 class before you are offered admission. So, but if you finish A levels, for instance, and you want to go to finance, you want to go into the field of finance, you can, for instance, do the accounting course straight away, ACCA especially. You can do ACCA straight away. I remember I wanted, I hold 2 postgraduate qualifications now. When I came to this country with HND in accountancy, which I believe is equivalent to first degree, but theoretically they say it's below first degree, which I accept. So I held HND in accountancy, and I was part qualified ACCA accounting, professional accounting course. So I had about 3 or half of the level 2s. So I wanted admission to a first degree course, but I wanted to be offered admission to the final year because I had managed to obtain my MBA in finance. So as an international student, I managed to get my MBA in finance. So I saw first degree as, it was lower than me, but I didn't have first degree, I had HND. I was offered admission to do the masters because of my HND and the ACCA part qualifications. So I wanted admission to Greenwich University, and they said there was a particular unit in the ACCA level 2. They wanted me to complete that one before they would offer me admission to the final year. I was trying to jump year 1, year 2 because I had masters already, and the HND I knew it was equivalent to first degree in terms of the content, because it was 3-year HND, not like the UK version. And Greenwich University said, no, you need that financial reporting as a unit in the ACCA level 2 before you offer your admission. So I was hiding my masters because I'm going for a first degree, so why should I put my masters in the same field? So I just kept it away from my application process. So then I went to London South Bank University. I applied and they offered me admission based on my HND and especially the ACCA part qualification. Admission to the final year. So what did I do? I skipped first year, second year, tuition fees, yes, those student loan. I avoided it. And it saved me a lot. Immediately I finished the bachelor's in South Bank. The following year, I applied for master's at City University for a program called Business Systems Analysis and Design. So this course was to enable me to become a business analyst and a data analyst. So it contains business analyst and data analyst learning. So this is a course that you can consider. But nowadays, even if you want to be a data analyst, there are short courses that are like 6 months, 9 months. Those courses are trending, those career data analysts, because we are in a digital age, technology, data is very important now. Yeah, so if you want to avoid tuition fees, you can be looking at the apprenticeship program. Again, at my place of work, I was teaching. I went there as a teacher to teach employability skills. So for people who want to work for the civil service, and I realized that there is an apprenticeship program. So when you go to the government website, civil service careers, you type civil service careers on Google, you see that the first one that will come has a quote of, so you click on it, and then you see jobs you click on employment, and then you see jobs for civil service, yes.
So do you have a LinkedIn?
LinkedIn too is very important. It's a very good place to, market yourself. But what are you marketing now?
So I just like to have a LinkedIn if that's possible to connect me up.
Oh, you mean me?
Yeah.
It's in hibernation for about 5 years now.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah, I registered for it. So if I go back to it, I have to update it to my current profile and all that. But I've put it on hibernation for some time now. Yes, I'm not on the lookout for anything at the moment.
I will give you my LinkedIn.
Okay, thank you.
So, civil service careers, look for apprenticeship. It's very good. Because there was a time I saw some opportunities, I was sending it to some young boys and girls, and they were not seeing the value. This course, the government was recruiting people to do a first degree over a 4-year period, and they will be working from day one, they will be working for one of the civil service departments, and they work 4 days, and 1 day will be for the school. The school was University of Kent, but you don't need to go there. They do it online. So at the end of 4 years, you are learning and you are working on data analysis. So they said they call it social something, government social apprenticeship something. But when I read what they will be learning, I realized it was data analysis. So they were training people who will be supporting all government departments to analyze data and help policy decision makers. Because before people will make policies and take decisions in government, they need data. They need to analyze data. And when you're analyzing data, it's big data, so Excel cannot do it. You need Tableau or Power BI, Microsoft Power BI, to be able to analyze the data and present your findings and establish patterns in graphical visualization. So data analysis is very good. And some of you are handy people. You want to work with your hands, like plumbing and similar things. Yes, maybe car, you want to learn auto mechanic or something. But one thing I will tell you, for whatever you choose to learn, yes, be prepared to learn the thing and go there and maintain good conduct, discipline, punctuality, comportment, respect for the people, chain of command and all that. No quarreling, no fighting there. Don't think, if you don't have rent to pay, usually you don't care if at the workplace, some people are like that, they don't care at the workplace because they don't pay rent, their parents are paying. But if you are thinking about your rent, even if your manager upsets you, you take care before you respond. You are careful because you are thinking about your rent. As a training, because I did teacher training course, that is also another good thing. When you learn something, let's say, even nowadays, they have lowered the standard. Let's say you finish your level and you study science, and maybe your results are not so great, and you are not sure what to do. You can do this teacher training course for 1 year. You can get some online. Some are charging 5,000-6,000, but you can get some online that are charging £1,000. Learn it online, do the practical experience, and you are ready to teach. What can you teach? You can teach digital skills. All these asylum people and the elderly who are now catching up with the Gen Z technological stuff, they need computer skills. So now, as a teacher, from November 2023 to January 2025, I worked as a training teacher, and let's say as a teacher. Now, I'm a program manager. So when my manager, who's a program manager, planned of retirement, she could think of no other person than me. And when she was recommending me, others was, do you think you can do it? Because you just trained as a teacher. I said, hey, just give him the chance. You don't know how good he is. I've been working with him. He's the best of all the teachers. I worked hard. When they give me extra work, I do it. I go all the way. I go my way out. So I was recommended. Others were more qualified than me. Those who gave me induction, who observed my lesson, I'm managing them now. And now guess what I'm thinking about? I'm not just thinking about it, I've started it. Because I carry the mindset of owning my own business. Over there, I'm learning, how they apply for funding for various courses, and I'm picking the skills and I'm downloading some stuff and creating my folders and, being smart. My wife is a dental nurse, so she was having bad experience at some of the places she works. She has a fixed place, which is good, but sometimes she does extra. So I said, and I encourage her, she works in teaching, she teaches online as a supplement to her income. So I said, that school, that the owner of the school is not, very nice. What does he know? Has he studied anything in dentistry? And he said, no. So she said, he's just a businessman. So, okay, I'm also going to set up this school. And then you teach, because the main cost in running that school is you, the teacher. And now we do it online. We don't need to go and rent a place. Then she said, okay. And that is where we are now. So yesterday I'm using an umbrella company who get the initial licensing and all that. I saw that I was going to pay some money and all that. So I'm using this umbrella company for 1 year, pay some money, and then I'll take myself off. And I'll deal with the accreditation board directly. So we're about to, hopefully, God will, everything goes well. Next year, we'll be running our online school. When we apply for funding, each student, we should be getting like £3,000. Yeah, so hopefully we'll have about maybe 15 to start. And the work I'm doing in credit and adult learning, Job Center brings people. One of the courses we do is employability, as I've told you, civil service. So Job Center prefer the people. I've built a relationship there. So I know there are job seekers and all that. So I spoke with the main person there. So if I'm setting up a dental nursing school, will you be able to refer people? She said, why not? We have a lot of people. So that is so my wife was talking about, oh, the school name, let's change it to. I said, don't worry, we cannot even do the job because I'm going to deal with the source of the customers. Where Job Center will refer people to us, and then we train them. So we are going to be limiting the number of people who can come on the course because it will be more than what you can even teach and do the assessment. So you see, I could have just remained there and enjoyed, oh, I'm a program manager in school. No, I'm looking beyond that. I'm a child of God. I need to make well, but in a good way. So I'm thinking business. You may think, oh, teacher, what business can teacher do? Now that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to add a teaching course level 3 because I've done the level 5. I need to submit my work and all that. I've done the level 5. So with the level 5, I can teach level 3s. So the DWP job center person I'm dealing with said that we need people in their 50s and 60s to get back to work. But these people, some of them is difficult, so teaching will be good for them so that they can share the knowledge they have. And they have to do the teaching course level 3, which is a short course. You can do it for 1 week. So we need people to do the level 3 course. So it means if I'm able to finish my level 5 course, then I'll get another strand of customers, apart from those doing dental nursing. I'll get another strand of customers coming to learn teaching qualification level 3, supplied by DWP in abundance. I may not be able to do that. You see? So this is the mindset I want you to carry. Humble yourself, go learn the course, identify a course, learn it, and then when you learn it, just humble yourself, work and get some experience, and be thinking and asking God for ideas to be able to set up your own business. You learn auto mechanics, you set up your own business, and you are repairing cars and all that, or you set up, those people who do MOT. So, you need to build some capital. That's why I said, humble yourself, live with your parents, save a lot. Between 3 to 5 years, you would have saved. So you get your money, have a budget, personal budget, be strict with your budget. Don't spend anyhow. It's not every trainers you have to, every new fashionable trainers you have to wear. Just be moderate, and then let God be your helper. Hopefully, you'll be able to achieve something.
From the parents, let all the parents be interested in the cause or the goal of their children. Most of the parents are far from it. That's the beginning. And it's easier to listen to our parents even better than this. I pick a point from what Pastor told us, that when you start to work, think of owning your own business. Think of owning your own business. Financial independence starts from entrepreneurship. That does not mean employee is bad, but only can employee become a millionaire. Only. If an employee becomes a millionaire, go and check, maybe cook the book. Because the employer will only pay you to go home and come back, no matter how many years you stay with them. And when you are old, they retire you. Maybe they give you gold watch. Thank you, Pastor, for this. So, like he said, journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. I think this is our first step, and we will carry on from here. But I will need the support of we parents, and then the youth friends. Let's start somewhere. What do you want to aspire to become in life? What's your goal? What's your desire? What do you want to do in life? Then from there we can, if you have somebody, from there you will know the mindset of that guy. And from there you can get to God will help us in this also. Any contribution from you guys?
Yeah, I'm lucky enough to have previous mentorship where I'm pretty set, but what you said about the business, I really appreciate, because I feel like business is more of a motivation thing. Like you said, in this era, anything that is very living on the website these days, it's just about idea, motivation, action. That's very insightful, very insightful.
So I think I need to get your this, and I promised to give you my LinkedIn, so I think I need to get your contact and everything. Then we take it from there. Okay. Damn. You understand? What you said, the training. It is going to be more of mentoring than training. And then that mentoring will include assistance in getting them to the kind of establishment that will favor or help them to grow in their choosing lives.
Are you going?
And like Pastor has mentioned a lot of things that I've noted it down. When we have somebody who needs his help, easily you feel contact Pastor, both of those ample of knowledge and this. So that's what. So it's more going to be more like mentoring, advising them to just start with, and then assisting them in getting what they want to get. Any more questions? Thank you very much. Sorry to
Me? I feel like a lot of what I heard, I agree with in terms of business, like being able to help you propel yourself to the heights that you want to. But I feel like at the same time, there's nothing wrong with working as well. So I feel like if you're working but you have a goal, let's say for example, like Uncle was saying here, that even though he's a teacher, he's got his plan to start his own business. But without him being the teacher that he was, he wouldn't have learned certain skills. He wouldn't have known what this industry needs, what it actually requires. He wouldn't be able to now teach other people. So I feel like as much as, yes, we should push the youth to definitely be entrepreneurs, especially in the way that the world is going. I'm not sure if everyone's aware of artificial intelligence, something called AI that's going to make a lot of jobs obsolete. There's going to be a lot of jobs that will no longer exist in the next 20 years. So with the way the world's going, of course, if you're going to do build core fundamental skills like carpentry, plumbing, these are things that robots and things, it will take many, many years before they're actually able to replace. But my message will just be, there's nothing wrong with working as long as you have a plan. So let's say you want to work for 5 years to save X amount to do this. There's nothing wrong with that. If you want to work for 10 years because you want to learn the field or the industry or a trade or etc., there's nothing wrong with that. And just that, growing up, a lot of the time, a lot of us youth, we've seen our parents, everything is God, God, God. Like, they're prayer warriors, but they might not have been as successful as we wanted them to be. So a lot of the time that the message that's being conveyed to us is, of course, always put God first, but you also have to apply yourself. You can't not be a hard worker and just expect God to provide. You can't not apply for jobs and just expect God to now bring a job for you. So as much as you have to be religious and put God first, God gave us all free will, so you have to use your free will very wisely.
I agree with you 100%, and it's part of why I did not say that we should neglect employee. I mentioned it that from there you gain experience and you gain knowledge, practical knowledge before you can set up. Because you cannot set up because you cannot give what you don't have. So that one. So I quite agree with you. And it's a good thing that you brought up this issue of artificial intelligence. It's really going to take in front of. So it's people that have vision, youth that have vision that's going to be on it. Because most of these things, even lecturers, they are getting scared of artificial intelligence because the people doesn't see the reason why they should go to university when they can get the knowledge they want from AI. Even lecturers, this thing is going on now, we don't know what is. But what I know is artificial intelligence, they call it artificial. Nothing can be as original. And infinite intelligence, which is God, is the best. Thank you.
Program.